Ahoy and welcome back once again to the channel. If you're returning, that is. If you're new here, my name's Gary. I like watches, and if you're here watching this, you probably like watches too. And if you do, you might want to subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this video. Tap that like button, and if you want to watch more videos in the future, tickle the bell notifications icon. In today's video, I've got a new watch by a new micro brand. The brand is called Albedo. The watch is called 1901. So can you guess what movement is inside this watch? Yep, you guessed it. It is the ST1901, one of the most famous mechanical chronograph movements in the world. Made by Seagull, and it's best known for being used in the Seagull 1963 military watch. And you don't just find it in military-inspired Chinese watches, it's used by a number of brands like Albedo and Studio Underdog. I think they're probably one of the best known brands to feature this movement. That brand went a little bit viral, didn't it? I think for just putting pizza toppings on their dials. Their watches were featured by a huge review channel on YouTube, and they just went, a little bit, well, viral. I think that is the word. I've never handled a Studio Underdog watch, so I can't really comment on the watches, but what I can tell you is they will be using a high-grade Seagull ST1901 movement inside their watches, and, well, they're charging £550 for their watches. I don't think that's because of the movement. I think that's more so because, they went a little bit viral. So I think Studio Underdog have laid the foundations for brands like Albedo to use the high-grade version of this movement in micro-brand watches and charge more than $150, $200 for their watches, because you can buy some very cheap, affordable Seagull 1963s from AliExpress housing the ST1901, but it will be a very low-grade version of that movement. Sadly, not all Seagull 1963 movements are built the same. Some have swan neck regulators, some don't. Some are built to a higher standard than others. There are different jewel counts, different grades, and it's important to remember that when you see this movement in watches like this. This has a swan neck regulator, a gilt swan neck regulator, and I've looked at this movement under or with my macro lens, and it seems to be very clean and tidy. I have looked at some Seagull 1901 movements in the past, and they have been, pretty filthy. So the good news is it looks like this watch houses a quality version of the 1901. And the good news keeps on coming. This watch is going to cost a lot less than a Studio Underdog. Yes, it doesn't have a pizza on the dial. It doesn't look like watermelon or fruits or vegetables. It just looks like a very classically styled, vintage-inspired watch. And I think most people would prefer that, although I am partial to a ham and pineapple pizza. Pizza Hut, deep pan, ham and pineapple. I'd probably order that twice a month. Oh, to die for. It's my favourite pizza, and I know some people out there will claim it's not pizza. It is! It is pizza, just because there's pineapple on it. Tastes bloody good. Right, let's get back to this watch. The specifications, as you would expect, are very strong. Let me tell you about the price, the launch price, all that sort of stuff. The normal price for this watch with two straps, that's a rubber strap and either a genuine or a vegan leather strap, is £389.99, but they're launching this watch with a 10% discount, and the watches will be shipped at the end of May. If you want all three straps, the rubber strap, FKM rubber strap, and the genuine and the vegan leather strap, it's going to be £419.99 minus the 10%. I haven't written it down, so I'll put it on the screen. Right, let me run through some specifications. Beautiful piece of crystal covering the dial, double domed sapphire crystal. Sadly, the crystal in the exhibition caseback is not sapphire. That is a little bit disappointing. It's not unusual these days to get a sapphire sandwich on watches costing, $200. So for this to have mineral crystal in the caseback, I think is going to disappoint a few people. 316L stainless steel. The straps are nice. There's three straps. The rubber strap, the genuine leather strap, and the vegan strap. The buckles, they're okay. The buckle on the rubber strap is actually signed and beautifully brushed and is the same width as the genuine leather strap. So I'd buy this watch with the genuine leather strap and the rubber strap, and then you can move that signed buckle over to the leather strap when you want to wear the watch on the leather strap. Screw down case back, pull push crown, 50 meters of water resistance, BGW9. The loom is okay. The hands, it's actually pretty good. The dial, it's printed on the dial. It fades, I wouldn't say very quickly, but it doesn't hold out too well during my 5-minute loom degradation test, which you'll see at the end of the video. Something that is a little bit disappointing, the seconds hand isn't blued, and a bit like the sapphire sandwich, we see watches significantly cheaper than this with blued hands. Yeah, Boltony use blued hands on all of their watches. I don't think they use hands that have been plated, electroplated, anything like that. So yeah, it's a shame that they've not used a genuine blued hand. If you see them appearing on watches costing $150, then I think this watch should have one. Very nice case shape, very traditional, as they say in their marketing material on their websites. Yeah, it's a sort of vintage inspired, yeah, beautifully made watch. And it is beautifully made. A couple of weaknesses: the seconds hand and the mineral crystal in the case back. The Roman numerals on the dial might be considered a weakness by some people. The buckles on the straps are a little bit disappointing. The packaging though, the packaging is beautiful. It's come in one of the nicest watch boxes I've ever seen. Now, I'm not always a fan of really fancy packaging. If it's a really cheap watch, then I don't want money to be wasted on super fancy packaging, but I think this watch can carry packaging like this. It makes for a very nice display box, doesn't it? So what do you think? Let me know in the comments section. Albedo launching their first watch, the 1901. Decent specifications, a few weaknesses here and there. I think it'll do okay. I don't think it's going to go viral like Studio Underdog's pizza watch, sadly. Maybe they should have considered putting, I don't know, some sort of tossed salad design on the dial. Actually, maybe not, right guys? Yeah, thanks for watching.